Good morning children. Today we will study about the topic linear equations in two variables. Under this topic we will be discussing about certain objectives. First, let us discuss about the name of the chapter, linear equations in two variables. Linear. The word linear in the given chapter's name is guiding you for the degree of the polynomial. Like linear word is representing a single line. So we take the degree of any variable being 1 here. Any variable chosen, like as the chapter name is suggesting us that linear equation in two variables, so we will be taking here the two variables with us. Like if I am taking one equation, 2x plus 3y square is equals to 5. So under this equation we can't call this equation as linear equation in two variables. Why so? As we are taking two variables here, but if I talk about the degree of the equation given here will be power of this variable x will be 1 and power of this variable will be 2. So the highest power will be known as the degree of the polynomial, and degree of the polynomial should be 1 for this particular topic. Here we can see the degree of the variable y is 2, hence we cannot consider this equation as linear equation. So if I write some other equations like, here we can see the two variables used are x and y, and both the variables are containing the degree or the powers as 1. And the highest power is also here 1. So we can consider this equation as linear equation in two variables as the power is also 1 and the two variables are chosen. If I am given with some equation like 3x is equals to 7. So here, if somebody is asking that this is linear equation, so yes, it is an equation which is linear as the degree of variable x is here 1. But if the thing of two variables will be considered, then here we can see only single variable as x. But if the same equation we want to write in the two variable format, then that can be done here. As 3x is equals to 7 can be written as 3x plus 0 is equals to 7, and any number or the variable in the mathematics multiplied with 0 can be again 0. So the equation given, which is given in one variable only, has converted into two variables now. We can see here x and y, and if I write this equation in this form, this is generally known as standard form for the linear equation in two variable, which can be written as, if I mention the coefficient of x as a and the coefficient of y as small b, then it will be written as ax plus by is equals to 7. That 7 is a constant number. We can represent it through another variable as c. Right? So we come to the journal form, which can be also called as standard form for linear equation in two variables. If some of the equations are given to you like minus 2x plus y is equals to 9, and the plan is asking for the standard form, so simply as it is already given in the standard form, we can find out its coefficients by comparing it to the standard form. Here the coefficient a of x will be minus 2, the coefficient of b will be no coefficient given, no number given. If no number is given, it is multiplied to 1. Then the coefficient of y will be 1, or we can say it is plus 1 as well with the sign, and the constant coefficient here will be plus 9. Right? Now we'll move on to certain more points which we'll be discussing in this chapter. Like we'll be discussing about the points for solving a linear equation, solutions of a linear equation, and so on. Coming to the introduction of the solutions for the linear equation, we must discuss about how to solve this linear equation in two variables when we have only single equation with us. Right? So let us come to this fact. If one equation given to us like 4x plus 7y is equals to 9 is given to us, so how to get the solution and what do we mean by the solution of linear equation here? The meaning of solution of linear equation here is getting some values for the variables x and y. So the solutions will be written in the format of x and y, which we have already studied in the previous topic, is known as coordinate of some points. Another equation if I am taking here as x plus y is equals to 7, right? So how to solve this equation we'll study in two methods, and how to get the solutions we'll study in two methods. The first method will be algebraic method and the second method will be graphical method. In this method, the given equation will be considered as the very first equation given to us. Then this equation, out of the two variables given, we will be changing one variable into the terms of the other variable. So I am taking out y in terms of x. When one side, any of the term will be shifted to other side, it will be changing on its sign. So we will be getting here y is equals to 7 minus x. The equation which we have now got after conversion will be taken under the head equation number 2. Now what to do, we will be making a table for getting the solution of x and y both. That table is containing two rows with the variables x and y. Wherever we will place some of the values to x, like I am giving here the value x as 0. So for x is equals to 0, the variable y will be 7 minus 0, that is 7. So here we have got the first solution as the coordinate 0, 7, where 0 is representing the value of the variable x and 7 is representing the value of the variable y. Coming to the other values, same way we can work for x is equals to 2, right? So y will be 7 minus 2, it will be 5. So here we can fill the other column with the values of x and y. X is 2 and y is 5. So we get the other coordinate as 2, 5. So this is the way we find out the solution of the linear equation 2 variable using algebraic method. Coming to the expressions with single variable, the equations with single variable, as I suggested in the beginning, as 3x is equals to 6 is a linear equation only in single variable. How to represent this equation's solution, or how to get this equation's solution, let us now discuss about that. As I have written one equation here as 3x is equals to 6, and I have already discussed while solving the linear equation, if I shift a term this side, as it is the multiplication between 3 and x, it will be x is equals to 6 dividing 3, the value of the variable x here will be 2. So how to get the solution in the case of where we get only single variable equation? This is how we get. And if I talk about the coordinates here, x and y, so as there is no y coordinate in the equation given, so this will be considered as 2, 0. As the y coefficient is not there, so we will be considering the y coefficient as 0. So coordinate by which the point will be located on the graph will be 2, 0. Coming to the other method of solving the linear equations, we will be going to the graphical method. Under the graphical method, let us discuss how we'll be getting the previous equation with the help of the previous equation. As I have got x plus y is equals to 7, as you all have seen, we have taken the value of y under the terms of x and plotted one table giving the heads x and y, taking the value of x as 0, we have got the value of y as 7, taking the value 2 here for x, we have got the value 5 after solving. Similarly, I am taking here for x is equals to 5, y will be 7 minus 5 is equals to 2. So we have got another value for the column 5 and 2. So if I jot down these all under the coordinates, I will be getting three coordinates here, 0, 7, 2, 5 and 5, 2. They all coordinates will help you to plot the points on the graph paper, and after plotting the points on the graph paper, we'll get a straight line for representing the equation x plus y is equals to 7. Okay, so this is the second way we can get the solution of the linear equations. If I will be now talking about the second linear equations which we have discussed right now, as 3x is equals to 6, I have solved it for you and we have got x is equals to 2 here. So for getting the coordinate of this point x comma y, it will be 2 comma 0, and as the given equation is only giving you point for the variable x, not for y, it will be a line parallel to the y-axis, as there is no point located on the y-axis. So if we will be plotting the Cartesian plane like x-axis and y-axis and taking the origin as 0 comma 0, the point 2 comma 0 will be lying on this point, which is 2 comma 0. On the Cartesian plane it is lying on the x-axis, and if we plot a line it will be parallel to y-axis, as there is no point located on y-axis. Similarly, if we will get some of the equations in y-axis, so in the y variable the line will be parallel to x-axis and not to the y-axis. As you can see in the graph paper, one equation is given in the y, like the equation given to you is 2y plus 3 is equals to 0. So we will get the value of y being minus 3 upon 2, which will be plotted only on the y-axis and will not be representing any of the coordinate on x. Hence we can get some of the lines. Another equation is represented here. Coming to the summary, what all we have discussed here in the linear equations. We have discussed about the linear word in representing the linear equations. We have discussed about two variables. We have discussed about the linear equations in single variable also. Then we have gone for the solutions as algebraic method and graphical method. Thank you.